Hey, TimePro team. So we are here for the review of Sprint 327 and the forecasting of 328. Here we have our product owner, Mike, and we also have Tom and JK joining us. And I'm Sam. Let's get stuck in. Cool. So we're looking at the review 327. So we had two sprint goals here. We had investigate and create R&D items for upgrading TimePro. So this was an internal item looking at our R&D processes and how we can better do that. TimePro is a good testing bed for processes here. So we're having a look at that. That's still in progress, but we've had some interesting chats in working that out. So we'll have more to report on in future sprints. The other sprint goal was just fixing a bug, but it was an important bug, and that is fixing the Angular test results so that they're reported correctly. So this was sprint 327, and the duration of that sprint was 1 week. Who worked on this sprint? It was just Tom and I, quite equal time, and Tom did a bit of client work as well in this time, so we reduced the sprint scope slightly there. Here's the work that was done. So you can see at the top there the R&D item that wasn't done, but that has had some progress. There were 2 bugs that weren't fixed, which we're taking across to the next sprint. But apart from that, a lot of bugs and UI improvements were completed. That will continue next sprint, and we'll talk about that in the forecast. So looking at timesheet usage, once again, for a few sprints now, these numbers are looking very stable, which is good. It means everyone who's using it wants to continue using it. But further work will need to be done to increase that uptake, which has been noted there. Here's the burn-down chart. You can see the scope was decreased a bit, but it mostly was trending in the right direction. A few items didn't quite make it across. So looking down at the analytics here, all of the test coverage and passes are looking very stable as well. So if you're interested in that, you can pause and read that in greater detail. If you're watching this, build pipeline health. Okay, we had 2 releases by the French team, which also released some of the internal work we did. But yeah, just to note, alongside our work on TimePro, the French team also were working on EasyLeave. We did some EasyLeave related UI bugs as fixes as well. So both teams working together, and those hit production yesterday. Once again, the analytics for requests and availability all looking very stable. So the state of the epics, this will be talked about more in the forecast, but or more in the retrospective at the end. But we aren't working on an epic at the moment, and that is one problem with the sprints. Right now, we're in a bit of feature limbo, but we are making a lot of improvements on UI bugs. So we'll expect those epics to be hit in future sprints. Looking at R&D work, no, we didn't, although we were looking at our processes. AI usage, Tom and I are still using the same tools, very standard tools there. And one of those tools is Yak Shaver. That was used a lot this week. So 30 new PBIs with an 80% Yak Shaver ratio, which is great. A lot of that was Tiago, so shout out to Tiago. So here we're getting to the retrospective, and the team discussed a little bit earlier, and we've entered these items in beforehand. So let's go through them. What went well? Started working on R&D processes, as discussed. Tom fixed a lot of Yak-shaved bugs, which is great. Mike, we didn't get approval for the Chinese tenant work, so TimePro is still in maintenance mode. So this is what I was talking about earlier, where we're kind of just in maintenance mode at the moment, fixing a lot of bugs. We're waiting on approval for some work to create a Chinese tenant, which will unlock a bunch of features for our users in China, and generally improve TimePro and its ability to be international. So we're really looking forward to that. So Sam only partially achieved sprint goals. So yeah, this is just pretty typical, but worth mentioning that we didn't hit both. And Sam is off to client work next week. Good luck, Tom. So, I mean, this is a good thing as well, but yeah. I liked working with Tom and in the TimePro team, so that'll just be for a little while. Does anyone else have anything to add? Cool. All right. Let us continue. So first of all, I'll just show some of the work that was done this week. So this was noted by Tiago that if you're in full screen desktop mode and you can open up the admin tab over here to the right, you can get my settings and the logout here to navigate to your settings, which is all good. But when you enter mobile view, we don't have the settings or the logout feature here. So you're stuck here. So the work that was done this sprint is to keep these settings here, which is all good. But when you enter mobile mode, you've now got my settings and log out here. So just a bit of work done on our responsiveness, which was nice. And that was a yak-shaved bug from Tiago with a few suggestions from Tiago. So that's great. So we're bringing through the sprint goal from last week, which is the R&D processes, which I've discussed quite a lot. This is 328, this sprint that's in review. Let's continue. So yeah, as mentioned, the story of this sprint is a lot of bug fixes and UI enhancements. Not too bad to work on, but yeah, it'd be great to get some new feature work approved. So we're looking to do that this sprint, so that next sprint we can make more progress on new features for our users. So that is us. Okay. So that's great. So just for anyone watching, reminding you that I'll be uploading the review to our YouTube channel here at SSW TimePro. Thank you, everyone.